Hey, kindergarten, first grade friends, before I even get started, if you haven't checked out the webcams, live cams of watching the Eagles, the one for Decorah, Iowa, it's on Blooms. You can check it out too. There's eaglets. Look, and it's feeding time right now.
Like Mama Eagle or Daddy Eagle's feeding the babies, and they're so cute. Are there two or
There's
three?
three. I know. And if moms and dads can read on the website, they've named them. So they're eating, they eat fish. So look, she's tearing fish apart. And then she'll give them, look at them just waiting to eat.
They're like, oh, we're so hungry. Oh, that was like, I'm going to crawl over to the fish. So now
what time? What, 12, 14? Around, it's lunchtime. So they're eating their food. Oh my gosh.
They're so fuzzy and cute.
So if you haven't checked it out, please look at it. Because the one in Washington, sadly, I don't think they're going to have any babies. There's no eggs being laid. In fact, the eagles aren't there. So watch the Decorah, Iowa. And on that website, they have other eagles you can look at. Come on, feed them. They're waiting.
Oh, they're making noises. Oh, they're so cute. I want a baby eagle. But we can't have baby eagles as pets.
No. Oh, there we go. Feed time. Look at, take a piece. That's a huge piece, Mama.
I know. Do they not regurgitate like other birds?
No, they give it because they're raptors.
Oh, so they have to tear it and eat it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh,
well, it looks
she's
like
softening
he chewed
it
a little.
up.
Yeah, she says that was a big piece. Usually it's smaller pieces. She was. So yeah, so one at a time. One of them goes to get the fish.
They have to wait their turn.
And they drop. I know.
That's the skin.
They're just fish out of the lake or the stream, wherever they're at. Those are some big old pieces.
I know. Whoever, if it's mom or dad, they're like, no, that's not good. And then the poor babies are getting so impatient.
Oh my gosh.
She can't decide what to do.
That's what happens when you don't have utensils. So you'll see he's going to use his talons, his feet, or her feet to rip it.
There we go.
Yay.
That's better, Mama.
So take a chance. Watch it during this time every day. It's probably feeding time. The little one's like, I'll take a bite. I'll try.
How cute are they? Mama, tear it up a little more. She's trying to figure out how to break it up for him.
She says, I'll eat it. Maybe. So sometimes you'll see when they come in, the mom and dad eat first, or because they got to tear it apart and get to the meat of the fish. But look at how cute. So if you keep watching throughout the rest of till they fly away, the camera will be on there.
I think is that meat? Oh, it must
usually
be. She just fed it.
Usually it's fish. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've ever seen them
Well,
bring.
I meant that she's pulling out of it. A piece must have fallen.
Oh, inside.
Look how delicate that the mama is with the babies.
Making sure it's not too big.
Yeah.
And some feed, like that one feeds better, than the others.
She doesn't want them to swallow that grass, I think.
Yeah. Aw.
Oh, what a good little mama. Oh, the babies are so
Such
cute.
tiny, that was a little piece inside her beak.
Oh, look at that. Wow. That's amazing.
Hopefully this one's next.
Yeah, that one hasn't had a lot of turns. But look at the baby waiting so patiently.
I know.
Like you guys waiting to use the slide.
Right? There's another one. So enjoy. Oh my gosh. We see Miss Kathy and I could sit and watch it. So we're going to keep it going.
Yeah, I really could. All right.
So in order to study birds like we're doing, we got to know what they're called. So a person who studies birds is called, it's really big, an ornithologist. So that's what you guys are going to be right now. And we're going to, before you study...
Oh, the one that didn't get fed just got fed. So
Okay.
Now I feel better. Okay, I'm good. Now I can stop watching.
So we're going to label a bird. So I have a picture of one, but you guys I didn't make copies of them, so we're going to draw one. So go ahead and grab either, I'm going to pull this forward, a journal page or a blank piece of paper or inside your journal, and we're going to draw a bird. So I'm going to put this next to here. And you can choose whatever color you want to draw. So we're going to draw the body. Just do your best. It's shaped.
Excuse me.
Maybe I'll do the beak first, because the beak, I don't know. I'll just do my best. So I'm going to kind of draw. There's his tail. I'm just doing it all in one fell swoop. And, not too bad. Then I need his beak, whatever color you want to make the beak. All right, then he needs an eye and his feet. needs his tail. He has wings here too. However you're gonna draw those. All right, that's the best I can. Maybe he's on a branch on a tree, or you can put him in a all right, there's my picture quickly. Take your time, you can pause it to do that in, but we're going to label. This is the big part of it. We have wings, beak, feet, tail, and eyes. So make sure when you're drawing your picture, you have those things on your bird. So pause this while you draw, and then hit play again when you get back. All right, so now we're gonna label. So as you can see in this picture, it has arrows pointing to the certain things. So the first one we're gonna do is draw an arrow to that one. And what is that? That's his beak. So we're gonna write beak, which is B-E-A-K, beak. All right, then we're gonna draw one to his little eye, draw an arrow, and then we're gonna write eye, or eyes, or just pointing to one. So we'll just write I, E-Y-E. So we've labeled his beak and his eye. And pause it anytime you need to get the word done. So you can see it. Yeah, you can get in close. So
kind of looks like a seagull.
Huh. At least it looks something like it. And your bird might look completely different as long as you draw. So a beak and an eye. Then we're going to do this part that helps them fly. Do my little arrow. And what is that? That is a wing. W-I-N-G. Wing. So a beak, one beak, two eyes, usually two wings. Well, always two wings, one on each side. And then what is this part? To help them steer in the sky. That is the tail. T-A-I-L. Tail. And then we have one last thing, and that is what he stands on or he grabs things with, depending on the type of animal, and that is his feet. F-E-E-T. All right, so those are the parts of the bird. Next, we're going to write a sentence.
Ooh.
Because we're going to use that big word I talked about, what you are. And we're going to write the same one together. And we're going to start with I am. So capital I am. You might want to get close to Miss Kathy so they can see. Pause it whenever you need to. I am N. And then we're going to write that big word. So get ready. Pause it when you need to. O-R-N-I-T-H-O-L-O. And then just mine fit on the whole line. I am an ornithologist.
Period.
Period at the end. That's a big word. An ornithologist.
A person who studies birds.
So that is your work today. On your journal page or a blank piece of paper, whatever you want. And enjoy. Oh, look, now the mom's just sitting there done eating.
I know, look how cute. Oh, so pretty. Beautiful,
Yes.
isn't it? Look at even the background's gorgeous.
The wind's blowing. Because they're up high in a tree. So look at how, look at how big that is. And you can zoom in on things.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Wow,
And it goes back.
bird.
All right.
Oh,
we'll go back.
And another bald eagle.
I know, this one is about birds, and it's going to talk about the parts that we just drew on there. So it's a short book. So it's called Birds. It's written by Susan Canizares, and Pamela Chanko did the illustrations, or probably took pictures, because they're of real birds. All right, what do birds have? And I'm going to talk about, because in the back, as we've read these, it talks about what kind of birds they are. So this is... I gotta find it.
Miss Lisa would know.
I know she would. It's on the next page. Hang on, Prince. No, it's not. Okay. It doesn't have anything for. Oh, here it is. It's a goldfinch, and I kind of knew
That's
that.
what I thought. Yeah, I did too.
I
But
wanted to make sure before I said
didn't
it.
want to be wrong.
So birds come in many different shapes and sizes, but no matter how different they look, there are some things they all have in common. Many male birds look different. And this is the male goldfinch, is bright during the spring, but in the winter, he turns a bland brown color, and he looks like a completely different bird. So in the spring, they're bright colors, and in the winter,
moving closer.
they're they're brown. All birds have wings. Check out that. Who knows what that is? Whether they can fly or not, they all have wings. The screech owl almost quadruples, which is 4 times bigger, quadruples, is 4 times bigger in wingspan than its wings are extended. So he's this little body, so when he puts his wings out, he's 4 times bigger. So you see, if you look at his body and you're like, oh, you could fit 2 there and 2 there. That's what it means, 4 times bigger than just his body. The owl uses its wings to fly and to quietly swoop down to capture its prey with its talons. And what bird is this? All birds have oh, we're not there yet, but we should be talking about it. He's actually much smaller than him, the hummingbird. How many of you have seen hummingbirds yet?
They are just starting to migrate back to Utah right now. So fill your hummingbird feeders if you have them.
Exactly. All birds have feathers.
Oh, pretty.
They're also called plumage. A male and female cardinals, which are these, look very different from each other. Males are well known for their vibrant red feathers, while the females are various shades of brown. So the boy cardinals are the bright red. Who knows what that might be? This is the Hoatzin of South America and has unique feathers. The young Hoatzin actually has claws on its feathers. So they're probably, when you touch them, they're prickly, is what I'm guessing. Which helps it to climb and grasp limbs. So maybe not the parts here, but maybe down there. Interesting. I'd like to see a full body one.
I know.
See what it looks like.
And I wish they'd show like the girl and the boy next to each other.
Right? So check it out. Google search what they would look like. Hoatzin is, for parents if you're listening, H-O-A-T-Z-I-N. That's how you spell this word, that animal. The adult Hoatzin lose these claws but use their wings to help them climb. And then this, they don't say what it is, but my guess is it's some sort of parrot type. No.
Yeah, that's a parrot.
His beak looks smaller, but
I think it's just broken off a little, or the shadow.
And then we have bills. All birds have bills, and look at the different shapes. And the reason they are a different shape is because of how and what they eat. So we've got the orange wing. Oh, I was right. It's an orange-winged parrot. Actually, it's mostly green with only a patch of orange secondary feathers. So you'll see very little of that.
Oh,
I hear
the
them.
bald eagle's talking.
Listen.
I've never heard that.
Oh, I hear the other one.
They're talking to each other. Mrs. Anderson and I get so excited.
His mate, the mate called back. He says, "I'm coming. Hang on.
I'm cold. Get over here." No, I'm just kidding.
I need to fly around." So now she's looking. Look at that.
Wow, how pretty.
Sorry, I got distracted from the book, but that's okay.
Oh, we have to hurry. 13 minutes.
Oh
Okay.
gosh. Okay. So there's the parrot. And then they all have different bills. Watch so you can see it. Let's see. Beaks also come in many different shapes and sizes. Bald eagles use their beaks to tear into their prey, mostly fish. Oh my gosh, that sounds so cool. All right. Then you have the saddlebill stork. He depends strongly on the shape and coordination of his beak to feed. They either wade in the water or they stab the fish to see it sweeping, and the bill goes through the water and catches the fish.
Like a spear.
And then this little guy, what do you think he eats? This is a male indigo hunting. It's a very small bunting. Oh, wow.
We have those here, I think.
They have a precise beak, and this beak is used for eating seeds and insects. That's why it's a lot smaller.
Or it was in that last book
I think
you read,
Yeah,
Indigo Bunting.
Yep. And all birds have tails, either the duck with its
love that.
or the peacock tail.
Pretty.
There are different kinds of tails that they have. The male peacock is most well known for its huge feathers, which may think it's a tail, but the long and colorful fan is not actually its tail, but it's made of 150 large feathers that grow from its lower back. The real tail is short, dull color, and hidden underneath all of that. So that's just his
You have like
beak.
30 seconds.
Okay. All right. And all birds have feet. Check out the different feet. What do you think they're used for? And we'll continue that as we talk more about it. And all birds come from eggs.
Yay.
Bye.